was looking through some old texts because Rick would always send me a text when I first started hosting on Friday evenings after the week, after he listened to the programming. And one of the things that I do all the time, subconsciously now, but through Rick's guidance, is I never drop the word me on the program. And one of the things you'll quite often hear in a broadcast is so and so is the director of this, and he joins me now. Thanks for being with me on the program. And I got this text from Rick saying, "Hey, drop the me's, drop the I's." One of the things you have to realize, especially on a medium like radio, is it is the most inclusive of all the platforms. People are joining you in their car, at their kitchen table. So always remember that they're not joining you; they're joining us. And it was one of those texts where I immediately put into action. Didn't think about it until looking back at it now, but yeah, it's always joining us on the program. Thanks for being here with us. And that's who Rick was. He was such an inclusive guy. And I think one thing I'd want the listeners to also know that they don't get to see behind the scenes was the team dynamics Rick created. And again, as a host right now, it's something I really try to take away. The leadership parts of the job of having the privilege of hosting a program is the atmosphere you want to create. And Rick created the best atmosphere. He was so generous, not just with his time, but sometimes he would get Canuck tickets and he'd always hand them out to someone, especially the interns. Whenever he had the opportunity to be a part of something, he always brought you along.
Yeah.
And you really felt, and Amy, I know you know this better than anyone, that you were with family. Like those morning shifts where you were part of the broadcast, amazing. I mean, partly it was because Amy baked the most amazing cakes, and it was a great experience, but it was because Rick.
I fully bribed my way into this team. We all know that.
Like, one of the best bakers I've ever known. But Rick really emphasized the atmosphere. And he took that part of the job so seriously. And I think maybe I took it for granted when I started, but now certainly as a host myself, I really try to draw upon that warmth, that inclusivity, that team dynamic that makes you want to come into work, that makes you so excited to do the job.
Yeah.
Daily news is not always easy, and sometimes it can be a grind. And certainly these days, it can be a challenging place to work. And I just always will remember the atmosphere that Rick created that just made you so keen to come in and get to do the job that we get to do.